Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever. In the last episode, we started up our new series here in this mountainous map and got our first coach lines between a few cities set up that will hopefully begin bringing in some money and getting these cities to begin to grow. And yeah, we are getting started here. And we have some passengers showing up here. This is the Midgar passenger station. And we're starting to see some passengers. So, hopefully, this will actually start making some money soon. So far, we're carrying 18 of a potential 120 capacity. So, yeah, we're losing quite a bit. But, you know, we're just kind of waiting for things to get going, because the coaches are still kind of in their first couple of rounds at this point. Alright, we got some new locomotives here, 1852. Alright, so I think what we're going to need to do is figure out what the next stage is going to be. We can continue to do more coaches, but we are going to have to think about trains at some point. And the first idea would be to then make a train line that runs through here, but we're just getting the coaches started, so I mean it could work. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and lay out some of the internal roads for these cities and what's going to eventually be our interior tram line and where the actual train stations are actually going to be. So for Midgar here, let's see what we're going to be looking at here. It's definitely going to want to be a 2-track station. And I do like the 200-meter length for passengers. But trying to get it on this side of town is going to be hard because it's up on the mountainside, which it's not going to want to align the terrain at all. So the other option would be to put the train station over here. And that may be what we're going to have to do. Yeah, that side will work. $569. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop that in because I like where that is, and I don't necessarily want the city to start building over there just yet. So, this is going to need an intersection. This is going to need to come around and connect over there. We're probably going to end up having to take out more alone. Alright, like that. And then the tram can come through here. Can I get a road through here without knocking buildings down? Can I get one through there without tearing down someone's house? Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, too much slope, really? Yep, let's borrow another mill. Remove that house. And then we'll do a little bit of a curve there. Bring this road through to there. There's one advantage of letting, or one disadvantage of letting the city grow a little bit before we do this, is that we kind of start getting them buildings in the way. But 330,000. All right, do it. And how much are we looking at to get a road through there? 223K. Alright, do it. Fine. Okay. What are we looking at? Alright, so we're up to around 20 passengers apiece. What's the frequencies on those? 3 minutes? It's not bad. I mean, there's 20 people here waiting to go to Jijo. Why is everybody heading in this direction? No one's heading back yet? They're kind of just starting. Alright, well. Let's throw in some tram track. It shouldn't be too expensive to do that. Come through there, come past there, it a little bit on there, and that will tramify the station. Okay, so we would want our stations. Let's see. Probably want one there. We want one over here. And then we'd want one right about there. And that should provide most of the coverage that the city would need as it grows. And I can go ahead and create the line. Now, what color do we want to use for trams? I'm thinking we're going to go purples and pinks for trams. And this is the tram Midgar. Right. And we're going to need a depot for trams. Okay, but I'm not going to set that up just yet. The infrastructure is in place because we really don't need the trams until we have a train running. And we're a ways away from having a train running. So right now, loan interest is at 30K. I can borrow another 6 million. Alright, so you're carrying up to 42 passengers now. Well, that's good. So it's looking like that this line, Insomnia Valroyo Kithrup line, is going to probably be our more profitable line right out of the gate. You know, I just noticed I named that wrong. IBC? No. Interbus City? No, Intercity Bus. There you go. Losing 69,000. No, that guy's losing 69,000. 132 seconds is the frequency. That's pretty good. But we're probably going to have to start pushing somewhere around 100 passengers or so before that's going to start seeing profit. Alright, so we have Jijo over here. I think you're going to be our next project to get some trams set up. Alright, express passenger carriage. Now, I don't suspect that the city is going to grow very far up the side of this mountain. Unless I put some roads up there myself. But that's probably not going to happen. Oh, we're going negative. Okay, now the question is going to become station. Now, there really... No, there's Skyhold up here. There is Skyhold up here. Ooh, trying to get a train through here is going to be fun. Alright, so there is a possibility that we can run a train out of here that will come into Jijo. Though the train coming out of Skyhold may go to Junon there instead. Well, at this point, I don't know how I get a through station in here. Because it's just going to be, you know, we would have to like tear out the side of the mountains here in order to get that to work. Unable to align terrain. It doesn't like something. It does not like something there. 1 point. The cost is not the real concern. It just doesn't. We would have to lower. We have to lower all that terrain. Now, one thing I wish it would kind of do is highlight where the terrain alignment issue actually is. That's something I hope they do in the next game. Because unable to align terrain, I mean, is fine, but tell me where the problem is so that I can work to fix it. Alright, well, I think what I just need to do is lower the side of this mountain. And that is not going to be cheap. Alright, well, let's borrow a little bit of money. Let's see, will this... No, I think I want to just do lower. Let's kind of lower this a little bit. Okay, well there goes 500 grand real quick. Is it still the other end that's having a problem out here? Yes, that was what was causing the problem. All right. I don't necessarily want to max out the loan. All right, so there we are. There's a station, and it is a through station. So we could potentially continue the track in this direction. But the distance between these two cities and the drop that it would have to go through, I'm not entirely sure that would work. Even if I snaked it through here, it would be hard-pressed to get down fast enough, which is why I'm thinking that if we do take a train out of Skyhold, which even if we could potentially do that, where's that road going? Wow, that is a treacherous bit of road if I ever saw one. And then it's snaking down through there. And then it's coming through here. Oh my goodness. We would have to build a shortcut road if we were going to do a road. We'd have to build it up through here, which it should be able to fit through there. With some bridges or something like that. It's just that the auto-generator for roads does not create bridges or tunnels, so it has to kind of find a weird path to get things to do. So it goes all the way up there and all the way around there in order to get around. Alright. So, let's start laying out some track. Now, do I want to do tram here? Do I need to do tram here? I kinda do. So let's change the plans a little bit. Let's get some road in here. Construction not possible. Oh, I guarantee you construction is almost certainly possible. See? Okay. Now, if I do tram it, it's gonna run. It's gonna be a fairly short tram line. Come through the center of town here, and that should cover most everything. And primarily, we're gonna have like 2 actual stops. Oh yeah, you need to be trammed here. There you go. Let's see. If we go this way, we're going to need to use the inside track, I think. We'll want to stop out there, and we'll want to stop out here. And this is going to be the tram Jijo. Okay. And again, tram is not really needed until we actually have a train going. Alright, we're up to 50 passengers currently on these. Alright, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna crank the speed up. Get us to the next year. And I'm going to need to be able to build a train with $4.5 million. Okay, so there's January 1st. Alright, so let's get started. No, I don't necessarily want to do bridge. I want to avoid bridge if I can. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Well, I am using miles per hour as opposed to kilometers per hour, because this map is kind of technically a US-based map. This could be $1 million for this stinking bridge. How much would it cost if we did earthworks? 1.1 million, okay. That would save me a lot of money right there. And we're never going to be moving at 75 miles an hour. Not at this stage of the game. If I went with this green steel bridge, it would actually save me some money and keep the speed. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. Go for that. Alright, so... too much slope. Remember that the station's on that side. Okay, so we're gonna come through here. Oh, autosave. We're getting to the end of the episode, but I at least want to get this track connected. And maybe even get a train on it before we end here. Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna have to be a little bit windy here as we approach. Because I want to avoid as much earthworks as I can. $60 should be okay. Oh no, we don't want to snap to the road. Do not want to snap to the road. And then... oh man. Got a frog in my throat. Alright. And we're going to have to probably do a little bit of an aggressive turn as we come in there. Yep. But we're approaching the station anyway, so slowing down is not a problem. Alright, we are connected to the right sides of the station. Yes. Yes, those should line up. And I'm only going to single track it for now, because I think I'm only going to put a single train on here for the moment. Alright, so I need a nice flat spot where I can put the depot. Let's see. I think this might work. And I will go ahead and put a signal on here. Even though, since we're only going to put a single train on this line, and we don't really need any signals on this line just yet. When we do double track it and put in a second train, then we will need the signals. Alright, so this is going to be... train passenger, Jijo to Midgar. And let's see what we can put on this line here. And I'm keeping it paused because I don't want to lose money until this is in place. Alright, so for locomotives, we have our small selection here. We're going to prefer kind of more American-style locomotives. Though, you know, I'm not against throwing in their European or other types of locomotives or trains eventually, but... So we have the 620 John Stevens. It does 61 miles per hour with 218 horsepower. That's not bad. Because the 440 American does 50 with 237 horsepower. A little bit more horsepower, a little bit slower. This is 11,000 foot-pounds of torque, and this has 8,400 foot-pounds of torque. Baldwin 420 Pioneer, 40 miles an hour, 122 horse. Let's see, 109 horsepower, 122 horsepower. I think our 620 John Stevens is going to be what we're going to put on there. And for wagons, let's see, this is a locomotive that does 61 miles an hour. So, we will want a locomotive that does, or a wagon that does as close to that as we can. Which we don't, well, no, we have this express passenger carriage. Only carries 5 capacity though. They're pretty light and fairly cheap. Let's see, they're less than half the weight of this. $32,000. Will this thing ever get up to 60 miles an hour? Coming down the hill, it just might. And is the extra 10 miles an hour worth it? Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4 on there. 5, 6. And let's do it. Alright, set the line to that, and let's see it as it leaves the station. There we go. Our first train. And this should get those passengers that are more interested in faster routes as opposed to slow. Because running parallel coaches and trains worked pretty well in the last series, so we're going to do so again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to repay as much of this as I can, so I don't have to pay the interest on it. And then we're just going to have to wait for things to start making profit. And we need to get trams set up on these 2 tram lines. Hey, forget about that. You know, that's fine. We can buy some trams. 1, 2, 3, 4, set line, tram Gijo, and then do the same over here. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, set line, tram Midgar. Oh, I need to set the colors on these lines. You are going to be that color. And the vehicles are going to be that color. And the vehicles are going to be that color. And for the train, we're going to be doing, I think, blues. Yes. And let's colorize the train. And let's go see what it looks like when it's a new color. Where's the train? I completely lost the train. Where are you? There you are. Alright. So we'll go ahead and end this episode here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.